Hi everyone, and welcome back to the next diecast. For today's video, I'll be showing you and reviewing this 1/18 scale 1937 Jaguar SS100 made by Bburago. So this model was given to me by the same friend who gave me that Shelby Cobra and that Lamborghini Gallardo Coupe that I reviewed a little while back. This is a good model overall. Bburago, I think, they stopped making it, I think, sometime in the 2000s. They made it for quite some time, and you can find these things on eBay for anywhere between $20 and up to $50, depending on like the color and the condition and whatnot. This British Racing green with the beige interior is one of the more common colors, so it won't be as expensive as other colors. Bburago also made this as like a model kit, so you could get it as like a bunch of loose parts, and that version actually came with a roof, like a soft top. Of course, it was plastic, but it did come with the car. And the model kit version goes for a little bit more money than these regular versions, so I've seen them go up to like $50, because I think they're much harder to find because they were not made as long. The SS100 is a really nice looking car, and it is very big too. It's not overscaled or anything. This actually was a large car in real life. So if you have other like roadsters, this will look big if they're next to each other. But overall, I think Bburago did a nice job with the details on this model. So we'll go ahead and take a look here at the front. They actually did a great job with these headlights here. They have kind of nice textured lenses, and these are actually a separate, they're all kind of put together on this one kind of chrome brace piece here. And you can actually see the little pegs, but not too well actually, because what they did with these lenses, they actually fogged them up just a little bit. This is how the real headlights look too, but because of that, you can't see the pegs. There are pegs in there, but you just can't see them. This is one of the very few older Bburago models that has that feature where you just don't see the glue pegs. There's a nice kind of license plate down here. It says DLX 801. And this grille here, although it's a textured mesh, it is all chrome. A little bit nicer if they have done some maybe like black inside the chrome, so it looks like an actual grille. And then up here you do have this, it's not really a hood ornament, it might be the gas cap. Or actually no, the gas cap's back here. You have these little like bullet-shaped lights up here on the fenders, these very large fenders, which by the way, they are made of plastic, but at least the color matches with the metal portions of the car. But these are actually separate pieces, which look good. Speaking of paint quality, since I mentioned the plastic, overall the paint quality I would say is very well done. This British Racing green looks great on this car. I've seen photos of the real SS100 in this kind of same color scheme, like with the beige interior, and it just looks great. It's not like a metallic green or anything, but I think it still looks very, very good. And the wire wheels, I think Bburago did a good job with these. I'm not really sure what that rectangular piece is in there. It's not on this side, but it is on this side. So I don't know if that's like just a loose piece in there or what's going on. Yeah, I have no idea. I never noticed that before. I guess something fell off. But aside from that, the wheels look very well done. These kind of beefy, thick tires too. They do say Continental on them. So they are actually branded, and I think the wire detailing is very well done. It looks like it's made of like metal too. And these are called knockoff hubs, and on the real car, if you just took a mallet and kind of hit this, you could take off the wheel. There was no lug nuts on these wheels. You just kind of took a mallet and hit it and it would come off. It actually spins too. That's really cool. Stuff I didn't see. Taking a look at the back here. Oh, by the way, there's a nice rivet. There are nice rivet patterns going along the fenders, and these kind of vents going along the hood. These are not actual vents, but Bburago does a nice job of at least making them look like they're vents. These would be very hard to make into actual like perforated vents. They would have had to cut into the hood pieces. But I think what they have there, they did a good job. You do have a full-size spare tire back here. You can kind of get a better look at the detailing of these wheels. It does spin a little bit. I don't think it comes off. It might be able to unscrew and come off. You get that license plate back here. That's a whole separate piece. You do have a gas cap here too. So these doors don't open, unfortunately. And on the real car, it would come with a soft top. It would attach here. It's kind of like a square-shaped piece, but like I said, not all versions of this model came with a soft top. Like this one did not originally have the soft top. If you get the model kit version, that will come with the soft top. And this windshield is actually very sturdy. I was expecting it to be very, very flimsy because a lot of Bburago models that have windshields like this, they're not very well like applied to the car. But I think it's glued in and it's also kind of pushed in too. There's a very small badge on here too. I can't really read what that says. But on the real car, of course, this does fold down. You don't get that feature on here. It would have been cool if they at least either had a removable soft top on all the versions of this model or if the windshield might have folded down. So in terms of opening features, we'll take a look at the engine up here. And it's actually held shut with this belt like the real car would have. And it actually looks like a real leather belt. It has like the little adjustment holes, and it unhooks up here like so. You just do that. Then you open up the hood. It opens up on both sides, as you can see here. We'll take a look at this side first. As you can see, this piece is fully metal. All the hinges are metal. A little bit of underspray there, but it's really nice to see this kind of heavy hood. I think Bburago did a great job with this engine in here. Maybe a little bit too much chrome going on, but I think everything else looks great. You get some silver and black throughout. It's made up of several pieces. I see at least like 6 different different pieces in here, and that's really nice to say. And the real engine does look like this. I've seen the pictures of it, so they did a good job with that. I don't know if they should have painted. This is completely bare metal here. I don't know if that should be painted or what. But I guess that's the only major issue, is that there's lots of underspray with this hood and that they didn't really paint there. But I think all the models come with this. It isn't just like a factory defect. And the real car could have that. I'm not really too sure about that though. It does open on both sides, as I said, so it just kind of closes up like this. And then you go on the other side here. You can actually see even more of the detail on here. You can actually see all the way down to the bottom of the car too. I think it's overall a very good job with this engine here. Now the main issue is that when you close it up, it's kind of hard to pull this and then refasten this belt here, especially with one hand. You really got to pull both these things hard, and you kind of feel like you're gonna rip them or just break them, but you won't. They're very strong kind of pieces of rubbery plastic, but I wouldn't be fooling around with this too much, or else you might actually break it. I haven't opened it up too much. I even leave it like that if it's in storage sometimes, just so I'm not stretching out this piece here. But I think it's very cool that they have that. They could have just not done the belt, just have this be like a regular hood without that feature. But I think Bburago did a good job with kind of including that little extra detail there. So we'll take a look at the interior next. And because this is a little roadster with not much on the sides or top, you can see very well into this interior here. The seats are really small. I think they're actually this small on the real car, especially this rear bench seat here too. They're just very small overall, but they do fold, which is a cool feature, or at least the front seats do, and you can put them back like so. You actually get floor mat details in here too. Like you see back here, you get a floor mat on either side. And then up here, same thing, although it's hard to see with this kind of long footwell here. And this is actually, this interior piece actually goes all the way forward into the engine. It doesn't just stop with a plastic piece. So the pedals are really far back there. Kind of hard to focus on them. But you see those 3 silver squares, those are the pedals. I think Bburago did a nice job of kind of replicating the overall size of this interior. The steering wheel, very basic. I think it could have used a little bit more detailing. This might actually be a wood rim on the real car, but it's the right shape and everything, and it is very big, just like it is on the real car. These gauges do look a bit cartoonish. This is from the 1990s when a lot of Bburago models had gauges like that, where it was just like a one giant sticker. It doesn't look too bad. I kind of like how it's at least silver, kind of adds a little bit of color. I think the gauges overall are accurately laid out and everything. I just wish they maybe used more realistic looking numbers. They just have a bunch of lines on these things. There's no visible readable numbers or anything like that. But at least the sticker isn't peeling off or anything. A lot of Bburago models you can just pull the thing right off, but on this one it's actually well applied. They may have actually glued it on too. I don't know. Oh, you do get full steering on this model. I forgot to mention. Really good steering too. This roadster looks good from all angles. Any 1930s British car, I think looks very, very nice. And the trunk doesn't open either, so that wasn't really much to show in this video because the only opening feature you really have is this hood, and that's not too big of a deal because I don't even know if anything back here opens on the real car, and you can pretty much see into the interior already. And some versions come with a removable top. On the undercarriage, very well detailed. You can see all the components of the engine up here, and you can actually see the steering system working, which is really cool. I like it when models kind of have that feature in them. You can tell this is an older Bburago because it says made in Italy down there, and Scala 118. Bburago models were made in Italy up until 2005 when they were bankrupt, and then Maisto, they actually bought them. So now all their models are made in China. Continuing to look at the detail, on the exhaust pipes, they're actually done in silver instead of chrome, which is a nice touch. That looks more like realistic than just, you know, flat out chrome. But I think they did an overall good job with the undercarriage here. So if you're a fan of Jaguar, I'd say this is definitely a model to have. This was a pretty famous 1930s vehicle, especially over in Europe. And also, any of Bburago's 1930s cars look great. They also made, I think, a Bugatti and an Alfa Romeo. I'm considering getting those to go along with this one here. But I think it looks good if you have a collection of, you know, classic cars or classic European cars. It looks great. As always, thanks for watching, and hope this video was helpful. And feel free to comment down below with your thoughts on this model or on the SS100. Thanks for watching.